watching, Hound Dog?
My favorite new show. It's called The Matt Hubert Show.
The Matt Hubert Show?
Yeah, you remember Matt? He was just a scrawny little college kid coming to King Bee gigs, and now he's big time. Got his own TV show.
That was on TV show.
Like this episode is called The Wizard of Waxhaw.
Oh,
Wizard of
damn.
Waxhaw, yeah, and it talks about all his culinary exploits, cooking for huge parties, and
Makes Anthony Bourdain look like an amateur, doesn't he?
absolutely it does. And then the next episode is called The Pirates of Lake Norman. And it's about Matt trying to get his boat started. Trying to get it started. And there, obviously got it started. But the problem was the beer there was in the gas tank.
Tune in next time.
I'll be there.
Beer was in the gas tank.
My favorite new
That's
show.
our Matt.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Matt. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Good boy.
Happy birthday, Matt, from Australia, from your old mate Serena from good old Bullo High. When Christina contacted me, I did a bit of research about what to say. So I asked a few people, remember Matt Hubert? Remember Matt? A lot of words came to mind. Biggest one was how funny you were, great sense of humour, generous and loyal. One comment that actually came back was, is he still alive?
My dad in one word.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Sarcastic.
Generous.
I'm going to go with the word lucky. And he's lucky to be alive, and I take partial credit in that because I helped him survive his childhood, and lucky to have a sister like me.
Hilarious.
A knife, a fork, a bottle, and a cork. That's the way we say, man, you were right on.
It's rollicking. It means exuberantly lively and amusing.
Frau Bluka.
Humor.
You're my boy, Blue. All hyphenated.
Jason's dad.
That's 2 words.
Funny.
Schnikes.
Moxie.
Handsome and funny. Well, handsome.
Funny. Good dad. Hashtag stay at home dad.
Hashtag white boy can cook. Hashtag probably the best damn wings in Waxhaw. Hashtag the motherfucking hall.
Hashtag not the hall. Hashtag Jägermeister. Hashtag Captain Matt.
Hashtag Sunset Cruise.
Yes.
And hashtag motherfucking boat ride. Hashtag where my fucking Jarens at. I love that one. Hashtag fuck shit stack. That's a great one. That is a great one. Hashtag that's my new freaking song for 2017. Hashtag blessed. And
Hashtag Matt's one of a kind.
One of a kind, for sure. Love you, dude.
Love you.
Okay, your favorite memory of Matt.
So, Jason and I were playing cards to go downstairs, and race was going on. Jason asked, how's Mark Marvin doing? He says, whatever place he was. And I asked, hey, how's Earnhardt doing? And Matt, without skipping a beat, says, oh, he's dead. Later, he died.
That's dark.
Scuba diving in St. Thomas, it was a training dive. We were down 40 feet, and we saw off in the distance this huge fish that we took for a shark. And we were both clamoring to get inside the ship we were next to, and it turned out to be a big Jewfish. It was funny after that.
Is one Christmas when, I don't know whether it was Woodsy or me, bought him a pair of boxer shorts that had a fireplace on it, strategically placed, I might add. And I recall Matt modeling those as if he was on some sort of a catwalk.
I will say my old favorite memory of him is playing the Dukes of Hazzard when he was Bo Duke, Jason was Luke Duke, and I was Daisy, a bad Daisy, but I wanted to play Dukes of Hazzard with them. New favorite memory is House of Blues, singing along to the 80s and 90s with Biz, who was a terrible DJ.
Favorite thing that Matt ever said to me, it's pretty good. Was I was walking away from him, and he just said, "Yeah, you better get out of here, you no flip-flop having jerk face." That was pretty good.
Took him to the movie to watch one of the Star Wars. Anyway, it was the one that told that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father. And that boy jumped up and burst into tears.
I invited Matt to my debutante ball, and he wore the most handsome suit and handsome red bow tie. But all put together, he did look like a used car salesman.
For me, my favorite thing about Dad is whenever he'll just burst into the room with a big old smile on his face, and he'll have some array of objects in his hand, and he'll say, "All right," and he'll pitch this crazy idea that you can tell he's been thinking about like all day and already prepared everything for. And sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's stupid, but I think that the great thing about
Handsome and funny. Well, handsome.
just about the idea of us having this experience together.
In sophomore college year, when we all lived in the same apartment, Matt was really, really proud of his stereo system. And it was great for when we had parties, and we had a good time. It was really loud. Until one time when it was really loud, and we all still managed to go to sleep and sleep through it. And the next morning I wake up to the police knocking on the door, and I go up and answer it, and we have to explain how we were all able to sleep through. Not only it was probably Led Zeppelin playing at enough volume that all the neighbors complained, but we also slept through the police banging on the door in the middle of the night. All ended well, nobody got arrested, we had a good time. A lot of good memories with Matt. Love you guys.
Matt, I promise the Dolphins were there.
He was going to draft this letter about Nazism and all these Nazis and how Waxhaw Elementary was terrible. And I said, you know, Matt, I really think that you really need to pick your fights a little better, and I don't think this is the one.
Favorite memory is when he made this entire scavenger hunt to give me a diamond ring for our 10th anniversary.
Three things that stand out about Matt. 1. About once a year when he completely demolishes me and Will at water polo. Number 2. That one time that he played Overcooked with me and Will, and it was actually pretty fun. Number 3. Whenever he builds the most rocking, tallest Christmas tree I've ever seen. I can't drink beer yet, so just pretend I'm raising a beer. Here's to you, Matt.
All right, here's a little story I'd like to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with my man Matt Hubert, Dan, and Patty.
My favorite memory is when we just moved to North Carolina and we were living at the lake house, and Uncle Matt would bring Gabby and Will to the lake house and be there for when me and Maddie got off of school. And we would all run off the dock and jump into the lake and then just have a bunch of fun.
It was the first day of school, junior year. I just got my license. I'm like super stoked to drive to school. I'm like, driving to school, got my new fucking 98 Toyota. I'm gonna be killing it. I'm gonna roll up high and mighty, make lots of friends, first day of school. And Dad's like, the day before, he's like, yeah, I don't know. You know, maybe you should ride the bus with your sister, first day of school. Like, you know, you'll have the rest of the year to drive. And I'm like, are you kidding me, old man? You're gonna take away my thunder? And I go behind his back, I go to Mom. She gives me the green light to drive to school. Sure enough, the way back, first day of school, just got my license, I run right into the back of my friend. I'm freaking out. I call Dad, I tell him, you're right. He doesn't say much on the phone, so I'm driving home just expecting to get torn a new one. He's going to take away my car. I'm going to have to ride the bus all year. Like, my life's totally ruined. And I roll up. He comes out. He's got a Foster's, one of the big Foster's cans that he's known for, in his hand. Strolls up, doesn't say anything, just kind of gives the car a once over, looks at me, looks at the car. I'm still like, fuck, here we go. And then all he says is, I'll buff out. Wish he totally would not buff out. But that just kind of said to me, like, you know, he's your dad. He knows when to be serious and when not to be. He knew that I was stressed out about it. And he was just, that was, you know, he cashed in the dad, you know, it's a car, whatever. In 10 years, I'm going to have owned 6 of cars, and none of them are going to be in good condition. So what the fuck does this matter? But it was a big moment to me, and I hope he knows that.
My favorite memory of Dad was we're at the lake house. It was probably like 2 in the morning. I had woken up for whatever reason, probably allergies knowing the lake. And I heard the TV was on, so I just walked in and I just plopped right on down on the next couch and we just watched TV together until ungodly hours of the morning.
This is us drinking at the Malherbe household. Circa 1986, maybe. All right, here's my story. Matt's 17th birthday, maybe. We used to work at the Annapolis Clothing Company, right around the corner from Ben Oaks. We all got to work. Me, Pat, Dan, and Matt. We were late. And the woman that we worked for, Tracy, came up to us and she's like, "Why y'all late? Why your eyes red?" And Matt said, "'Cause it's my birthday."
I was in 3rd grade, and Mimi would always forget to pick Matt up from morning kindergarten. So you would see Matt's little eyes peeking into my classroom, and my 3rd grade teacher just thought he was adorable, and he would spend the afternoon with me every day that Mimi forgot.
He's really an activist, somebody who is championing social justice. Take the infamous or famous document that was provided to Frau Bluka and the impact that had on the Union County school districts. I think it's safe to say that no child that has gone through the Union County school system since Matt provided that protest letter, no child is really any better off.
Was it when he painted the fireplace? Was it how he got out of his crib? Both the kids got out of their cribs at 6 months. But Kristen climbed. Matthew, pa-jump, pa-jump, pa-jump. He moved that crib all the way down. He'd have the curtains down, the bed spread off, everything he could grab from that crib. And I guess when he sent the car down the hill, a wonderful one is when he was up in his room and the kids called me to come up. And here he is on the bed. He's got a flannel shirt on. And his arms are in his sleeves. And his feet have the tennis shoes on them. I can't describe exactly how he made it happen.
I think the sleeves were stuffed.
He was stuffed?
The sleeves. He had his hands through the legs of pants.
Oh, right. He had his, okay.
And he danced.
And we were playing Cards Against Humanity. And so we're playing, we're having a great time, and I guess it gets to be Uncle Matt's turn to like put a card down, and he just randomly out of nowhere pulls out this apples to apples card and puts it in the pot like nothing's wrong. Like he did not just pull out a totally different card game.
When I was in a pageant and we had to do a little slow dance around the stage and he was wearing a cowboy hat. That was a good memory.
Build my heart of stone. Now look at you, I've turned around and you're almost gone. Sometimes you're asleep, I whisper I love you in the moonlight at your door. As I walk away, I hear you say, Daddy, love you more.
Get it.
With dance moves, I'm long gone by the time all you drunk people start dancing over there on the deck.
He's never met a boat that he doesn't like, regardless of whether or not it's operating or even floating.
Is that when Dad has a chore for you and you're Gabby, it's really like 50-50 whether it's gonna be like clean your room or I'll never talk to you again, or like I got these SpongeBob Legos and I want you to make a Christmas movie out of them.
The high chair, he could not sit in a high chair. He had to be like this at all times.
When the Frankenbed was implemented, or was it Bride of Frankencouch? I'm not sure what we went with for the name, but at some point Dad just sat down, looked at the living room and thought, what if we put a bed in here?
You know, one of the things I find most curious about Matt is his fascination with spider webbing at Halloween. I mean, it's cool, but I remember the first year I drove up to the house and he had covered it with webbing, and it went from the top to the bottom and the left to the right and covered the whole front of the house.
The most perplexing thing about Dad is either his insatiable quest to possess the largest quantity of cars and boats that can no longer start, or his ability to reach new heights of not giving a fuck.
Perplexing Matt issue. For someone who has Rancho Relaxo and Aqua Relaxo, he certainly doesn't sit still very often. However,
Well, I think everybody agrees that Matt's hair is extremely perplexing.
What's the most fascinating or perplexing thing about my dad?
How he can be drunk as fuck and still keep drinking. Cue that night in Raleigh. The end.
He's a champ.
Matt's total fascination with the transporter beam from Star Trek.
Relationship with the sun. So he is obsessed with the sun. He always wants to try to get up to see the sunrise if we're on vacation. He chases the sunset every Friday night. We've got to get to the lake so he can get to the sunset. If we're going on vacation, it has to be to a sunny place. But once he's out in the sun, he's got to have his sunglasses on. They have to be just the right kind. If anybody's wearing a black shirt, he has a fit because they're going to be way too hot. The sun's too bright. So I find that very perplexing.
It's why he feels the need to take a piece of chicken to the bathroom with him.
I don't really feel like there's anything super fascinating. But every time I come over, Uncle Matt's always like, are you hungry? And even if you say no, he's like, well, too bad, I made all of this food, now eat it. And he's always got food prepared.
We will go out at 4 o'clock when the sun goes down. Until then, we're staying in the house and we will watch a movie until sunset.
That tracks. You are.
What's up?
That's not a thing.
Hey, Debbie Downer.
Hey, Maddie.
Not boat worthy.
I don't get to talk much when she's around. So.
Not Matt Facebook worthy.
Booyah! Shots for touchdowns.
Crazy like a fox.
Dope.
Pound sign.
You married that.
You married that.
Cockbag.
Yeah.
There's never been any Blake.
Ooh, I'm in trouble. Guilty, just made fun of mom.
Jaeger, of course.
Right?
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 I'm the only one who's gonna laugh at my joke, so I might as well laugh as hard as I can.
No. That was horrible.
Shine bright like a diamond. Ditka. Panthers. Da Bears. Ditka.
Ditka. Da Bears.
Yes, Gary.
Yes, Gary.
Will do the dishes.
Steve.
It had a good run.
You're gonna liven up yourself and don't be no drag. You liven up yourself, or reggae is an automatic. You liven up yourself and don't say no. You're gonna liven up yourself, 'cause I said so. You what you gonna do? You rock so, like you never did before. Yeah. You dip so, dip through my door.
Your team ain't diddly squat. Bring it down now.
Come so, oh yeah. Skank so, be alive today. You're gonna liven up yourself and don't say no. You liven up yourself, Daddy said so.
You're on.
That's to you, Maddie. This is the third damn time I've had to shoot this video.
But we loved him anyway. Have a great night, mate. And remember, what happened on the island stays on the island. Secrets stay with me. Bye.
Best of luck in 50 years. Here's 50 beers. I know we've had them together.
Tina wants more dance, so here's my attempt.
You're making the video, not me.
Oh, no.
And the video's ending.